Top 5 musician problems, Vegas. Number 1, leave your originals at home. If you move here and you want a gig, get ready to play covers, tribute bands, or if you're lucky, Vegas shows. I did that about 10 years ago when I moved here, and I kind of knew it going in, and it was fun, and I started my own cover band, and it went well for a while, and I did a few tribute shows also. But the originals got left in the closet. I just definitely didn't have the time or urge at first to continue all that. But do what you want, but if you're going to Vegas and you want to play, get ready to do covers, tributes, or Vegas shows. Number 2, it's very high school and political. A little bit with the musicians, but mostly with the agents, the managers, the bar staff, the properties, the entertainment director. If you're a popular person and you know how to schmooze people and say the right things, you'll probably have better luck. But just having a quality act and really wanting to put on the best show is not enough, unfortunately. So, yeah, get ready for some politics and some high school attitudes when you're dealing with most of the people out here, because it involves money, unfortunately, and it's not just strictly for the love of the music. Number 3, the pay sucks. Yes, it's pretty dismal, folks. It's pretty dismal. I moved out here in 2008, and it was pretty decent still. I did hear about the glory days of the 90s and early 2000s before the crash, and people were really making pretty good money, and I wish I would have been out here then. But even when I came out, it was still pretty decent. I would get about $1.75 for the band I started and kind of pay everybody else that also. And there was occasional big gigs, 4th of July, New Year's, where you could really make some money. But since then, it's gone quite down even more. It's down to about $100 a gig sometimes, and I just won't do it. It's just not worth the time, money, learning the songs, etc., etc. So if you do come out here to play music and do covers, better have a side gig. If you're lucky, you get a tribute show or some type of ongoing thing that's 5 nights a week. That's a bit different because it's steady, and you don't have to show up until the evening for your show generally, so you can have a side gig in the day. So just be ready. The pay is not anything like it used to be. Number 4, it's more about the business than the love of music. Yes, you're a musician, you learned your instrument, or you know how to sing or whatever, and you do it because you love it. But when money gets involved, it does change it, make it more of a business. I found that when I came out here, I did find a few like-minded people that wanted to do something awesome and worry about the money coming in later, which it would if it was killer. But mostly it was people jumping ship from band to band to band. How much? When's the date? I already know all those songs. I don't need to practice, etc. It's pretty dismal. And number 2 to that story is if you do start your own project, beware, because the agents or other bands will be scouting and stealing your singer or your drummer or whatever, because they can offer them gigs that are already set up and they have to take them. So I understand it, but it is a little bit devious in that way, especially your singers, because that's the hardest thing to replace, and mainly female singers. Cute female singers that can really sing, and you go out and do your first show, and guess what? They're already getting calls for other projects. So it is more business than the love of music, so be prepared for that. Number 5, DJs. Yes, that is the demise of the actual musician, the DJ. I can press play and I can go biggie to biggie to biggie to bop as I wave my little hand in the air like I just don't care. And the sheep will come a-running, and they'll pay 3 times the price for the drinks too. So I understand it and a business concept, but it's a pretty sad thing that's what it's come down to. So I know sometimes you need that, but not 9 times out of 10. So the biggest musician problem in Vegas by far is the DJ.